I walk the same way home every night. At the station, down the stairs, turn right. It's not a long walk, but enough to make me get lost in my mind, a hall of mirrors to the answers I can't find. Passing the boys hanging outside the petrol station, they're always there. I often think, what a boring night out. Main geezer stands, back against the wall, hood up, eyes looking at the ground, his boys stand around him. Medicine, the type of people that will make you cross the road on a dark night when there's little street lights to guide you home. They're playing grime from their phone, wrapped in a haze of smoke that covers them like dry ice. I often think, this is no pantomime, this is real life. I keep walking and I get to the common. By this point I'm thinking about him again. I often reminisce about my first love. I used to trace the curve of his back, a velvet touch. Once so soft you could barely feel it. It felt like home, although it was far from roast dinners on a Sunday and whose turn it was to take the bins out that week. He still makes me weak. The cold cuts my cheek and wakes me from this trance of deception. I often think that love is all about perception. I think back to simpler days, making dens, stealing mum's cassette tapes and picking fag ends out the ashtray. Fighting with my brother, I'd wind him up so much he'd explode like them chattering teeth. He'd go so mad he'd got a red in his cheeks. He used to call me predictive text because I always knew what he was about to say next. I'd give anything to go back to them days, man, them days were the best. This city's just like a kaleidoscope. Just when you think you've figured out the pattern, it changes. And just when you've healed, a new pain hits. But everyone's got their own shit going on. Their own troubles, their own success, their own trauma, their own mess. But no one gives a shit when you're too broke to exist. Saving up every penny you have to fuel creative outlets. And getting little back in return, just adding on more to the debt. I often think politicians don't care. I know they don't care. Makes no difference if it's red or green chairs. I often think as I'm walking up my path through the front door, is it all worth this internal war? The isolation, the judgments, the constant battle, in return for dreams sky high, so astral, surrounded by gangs, groups, cops, packs, cliques, whatever you want to call it, they exist. Constantly wondering, where do you fit? Thinking it's too late to be thinking any of this. My brain swells from the fire inside. Fireworks crackle and pop as eyes collide. Eyes heavy, I need to sleep. But maybe Noah was right about that 2x2 thing. And how come animals fit in and I don't? Maybe I should build a fucking boat. I often think as I'm walking up my path and through the front door, is it all worth this internal war? I often think as I'm getting ready for bed and putting down my toothbrush, I think too much.